For the time being, it is only Tanzania National Parks which is supporting the buy of purchase of equipment like trucks for hauling marams to maintain the road, motor graders, and earth-moving equipment like bulldozers. In the past, in 2004 until 2006, there was a support that we got from the EU. That support was mainly to shift the staff from the central part of Serengeti, which is the core in terms of tourism, to the nearby village, which is Fortikoma. So through that EU support, supported us to build a garage for vehicle maintenance in Fortikoma, and also they supported us some motor graders and some trucks to maintain the road. But after the end of that support, then we didn't receive any support from external funding apart from ourselves, Tanzania National Parks. As I expressed earlier, that Tanzania National Parks deals with 16 national parks, Serengeti being them. So it has a lot of efforts to make sure it is maintaining all the national parks, not only Serengeti. So it's a bit a challenge. Still, TANAPA is supporting, but it's not enough to maintain all the facilities that we need to intend. So if I may use this opportunity for the viewers who are seeing, if they're interested, please to come and give us a hand to support us as Tanzania National Parks, because Serengeti National Park is not a heritage for the Tanzanians only. It is a heritage for the whole world.
It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, actually.
Yeah. So it is, and many other people also, they have an obligation to contribute towards conserving Serengeti National Park.
We talked about the Frankfurt Zoological Society. When I was a child, I was taken in by the television features and by the films produced by Professor Chimek. He, I believe, was the executive director of Frankfurt Zoo. He was one of the first people to help establish the Frankfurt Zoological Society. And he was, a great fan and admirer of Tanzania and in particular of the Serengeti. In fact, his main title was Serengeti Must Not Die. And he became a very close friend of your founder president, Mwalimu Julius Nyerere. They did a lot of things together, all aimed to boosting conservation in Tanzania. And of course, the primary focus of the Germans was always Serengeti National Park. I believe over the last couple of years they've given you support, from what I remember, communications equipment, vehicles, and very recently even an aircraft for surveillance, which was handed over just, I think, 2 weeks ago when the German foreign minister was visiting East Africa. Beside Frankfurt Zoo, do you have any similar links with, for instance, San Diego Zoo, with other organizations where there is a willingness to help you with these challenges? When you say road building equipment is a big issue, we need new road building equipments, rollers, graders, trucks for maram and things like that. We need funding for fuel, because I know fuel also is a challenge out of your recurrent budget. Where else do you look beside Frankfurt Zoo, which I know they are your brothers, literally, in conservation here in Serengeti? Have you found other brothers or cousins by any chance?
Of recent, from other countries apart from Germany, not quite significant, but Germany, it is one of the primary funders to Serengeti. As to expand more on Frankfurt Zoological Society, they are more concentrating on supporting us on anti-poaching activities.
Yeah.
So also they have their own garage here in central part of Serengeti, which all the vehicles that are being supported to us, they are being maintained by them to make sure that they run. So they are doing a wonderful job to help us to curb poaching and poaching issues. But again, there is also another project apart from the new aircraft Husky that has been supported by the German government. Also, there is a project that we'll be implementing here for the coming 4 years, supported by a German bank, KfW.
Okay.
This bank has supported us and also the communities around, with focusing on 2 districts. Ngorongoro district is in the eastern part of the
Yes.
park, and Serengeti district, which is on the northwestern part of the park. So I think apart from German government and through KfW project, the new project that we'll be implementing, and also the Frankfurt Zoological Society, maybe I should use this opportunity, other brothers, cousins, supporters in conservation, lovers in conservation, they should come in, join us hand to make sure that we live the dream of Professor Jimek that Serengeti shall not die.
Shall not die. A bit of a controversial issue has been the Serengeti Highway. I'm sure you looked at that probably with a large degree of anxiety, saying, is this really going to happen across the migration routes? Proposals have been made that this road should go around the southern end of the park, where it reaches also much wider populations. I'm not sure if you want to comment, but if you do want to comment on the principal issue of running such a road through the park, feel free. The people who read my blog and read my articles about the Serengeti, they know where I stand. Completely opposed, of course, to running a road through the park right across the migration routes, because it would cause havoc with them. Are you able to say a few words about that? Now you have a new government, maybe the government taking a fresh look and saying, well, it is not in line with conservation, with our principles, with our ideas, with the way we want to see our parks, kept for future generations. And we need to find ways around, without neglecting communities. We need to find a way around without, impacting on the park with such huge infrastructure projects.
Yes, if I may comment on that. That was the project that it was proposed to start from Mtoambu Township to the headquarters of Ngorongoro District, Waso, through the park to the headquarters of Serengeti District, Mugumu, and join with the regional road from Bosoma to Mwanza. That was the stand of the proposal. But however, the government, after, as I commented before, that Serengeti is a world heritage. It's a heritage for the Tanzanians and the world at large. So the government came into compromise that the tarmac road section in the park, the 53 stretch kilometers in the north, it won't be tarmacked. So the government has agreed that the project will take off, but it will end up in the district headquarters of Ngorongoro, Waso, and also on the other end, it will end up in the district headquarters of Mugumu. So at least we are happy. It's a good compromise that if this section, it won't be tarmacked, then if it will be just an earth road, then the movement of animals now, they've been secured. And also we are very happy as a conservationist with the also support from the German government that also it is doing some preliminary works to give an alternative
around the southern end of the park,
road, which also will be more beneficial because that region, it has a high population density of communities, and also to be an alternative to the northern regions for access through from the lake region to Arusha and the rest of
slightly longer, but obviously tapping into a huge agricultural pool, and this, of course, communities would benefit by very easily reaching consumer markets in the city of Arusha, where they can actually sell their produce. Whereas here, of course, the question has always been raised, even for on a gravel road, it's not entirely going to be a truck, surely, but it has to be some sort of a gravel road. That even that would depending on the rise in traffic numbers, would be impacting quite considerably. You do not allow night game drives in the park because you say the vehicles have to stay away. The game needs to rest. In Uganda, there is now a movement to say we will no longer allow